this is war. If
Is it?
VP don't win.
This is it.
I think he may be
One chance.
overselling
One
his
opportunity.
I'm not overselling
One desire.
anything. If VP lose, they're gone from the group stages and have to play it in the last chance qualifier, of which 6 teams and only 1 will advance, whereas right now, if they can claw back into this series, they still give themselves a chance to get it done early.
I think they have a fairly good chance on cash, though. I feel like TSM, they've had some mixed results before. They were very good on this map. Virtus.pro is very, very good on cash, but then fell back somehow throughout the past few months.
Well, I'm sure you'll know about TSM on cash.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Getting to round 63, was it?
Yep.
So you can definitely, although from watching that game, it seems like NIP may be making some mistakes, allowing middle control to be such an issue for them, not already having that much presence there. That's not a thing.
It still stings me to talk about this, but the fact is they managed to put a lot of pressure towards B early on in the rounds, which cost Forrest not to rotate his natural ways that he usually did, which cost the fact that middle was completely unoccupied.
That's the whole thing.
And then it just all fell apart from there on out, basically. And then we won like a one round and lost the second one after putting the team in a, screwed with money altogether. And then, that was just a landslide from there on out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we talk about VP normally being very strong on this map. Of course, Valencia, this is the map they dropped to Kingwin 16-0. But I think it's going to be TSM starting on CT this time. So that's the danger zone for them. If they can't get going as the terrorist side, potentially could see the landslide going in favor of TSM. But of course, that is to note, this is before the revolution of VP when they changed all the roles and actually sorted their problems out.
That is one thing, and the other is, if it trends or anything, it's simply the fact that both teams, in all 3 games, both teams that have started terrorist side have ended up winning. I'm kind of a sucker for these little trends. I know that's not something you can statistically bank on, but interesting to note nonetheless.
Well, obviously, if TSM take this map, they take the series. So the CT start for them here definitely going to be a factor, I think. Although we said that about the last map, and they went on 10 rounds on their terrorist side anyway. So they did not give a damn there.
Keep in mind as well that we talked about VP. If they don't win this, they'll be knocked out. And you just said it, TSM win the series. But that doesn't mean they win the group. We still have a final in the upper bracket tomorrow evening where Na'Vi awaits the victor in this particular matchup.
That's what makes this league so fun. Like, even when you have to play so much to actually and prove so much worth to make it through, Na'Vi will be watching this game, I'm sure, making sure they can see all the nuances going on as we go into the 4th map of the evening. It's currently 2-1 on maps in favor of TSM. They're going to be starting on the CT side of Cash. And we'll have a quick look at the terrorist buy there. A lot of teams will opt to just rush B straight away here. 2 smokes, though, suggests they may do that and just chuck those into the choke points, upper and lower, as they execute. They did this yesterday, actually, waiting for the CT push and then bursting straight up. It's a mirror of what they did yesterday.
And then flash through that smoke as well.
They've gotten in a little closer because of that smoke that you say they're going to flash through. There it is, well called. And now it's left to Dupree on the platform to shut them down and can't. Snack's already finding that kill. Kerrigan quick on the rotation. No smoke deployed on CT connector because there's none left to work with. Means that they basically just got to fight straight up against this retake from TSM. And so far, fighting successfully. They get this kill on Zipnix. They try and do good damage. It's eventually Neo to come over and help out his friend.
Not a great fan of leaving one guy to be only, because this side is so hard to retake. You at least need to have one in the vents that can rotate very, very fast.
And that actually is something we see commonly on pistol rounds, is that teams play for a retake on A with more emphasis on either B or mid.
For obvious reasons, because B is almost impossible, especially if you don't get any kills early on.
So let's just break that down very quickly. VP waiting for the CT push into B, and that's a common tactic CT's using these days, pushing 2 or 3 into B storage just to get some information or lock down the rush. VP wait for that information. As soon as they don't get it, they take away the vision for wherever CTs are in the B site, flash through and swarm the bomb site, and they found the ultimate kill, and that's such a textbook round from them. And they go into this 1-0. CT Zone not actually force buying into this one. Got some PT50s. C Dupree trying to get some info here into B side. Not going to actually happen. Taz takes down Carrigan to answer back, and opening up continues the VP. So go 5-4 now.
Flash bangs it on top of A site, but it's Device, Zipnix, and Dupree, and Cajun B. All 4 on that site. So we'll see what information they can get. Bombs in the hands of Neo. He's pushed out through middle as Pasha will join him. Do they get the read that there is a stack on A? So far, pushing further up middle. Once they peek highway, they should discover this as the smoke is out, but they're going to commit. Or are they? Neo still has bomb and can go back, but once they get close enough to realize there's this many, I imagine they will. They won't. They want to take the fight. They're just going to go straight in and do it with brute force. Emphatically take over the A site, regardless of the weaponry and stack against them.
So,
yeah, they managed to create crossfires there, which basically just neutralized that stack altogether. So just well played timings and everything from Virtus.pro.
yeah, gaining that mid control at the start there is just one of the key choke points. If you can work out where the stacks are. As soon as they worked out it wasn't in middle, they kind of did the A split there together. One player coming in from A storage, the other guy's coming up highway. Just completely pull the CTs apart there, and it's going to have to be another eco from them. But you can see the guys looking towards getting that mid control once again. Karrigan and Device will be waiting for them this time though.
Behind the sandbags, though, such a tough position when that happens. Luckily, Device trading in on one. But really a helpless Karrigan locked in position. Was just waiting his death. Xyp9x again, look at this, making it interesting. He had a great map last time around. Doing a similar thing here with the Deagle double kill, and now dupree's going to find one. We might be facing yet another eco round. We've seen quite a few this evening. Neo just wants to get this bomb planted. It's in the open, but he's got the rifle. He's got position. He'll flash himself through as well and get aggressive to take this fight. Xyp9x was blinded by that, but to go down, he's not fooled. dupree tries and does at least enough distraction for Xyp9x. Again, another very solid round, multi-kill round. He's got plenty of time for the defuse. Well done, TSM.
Yeah, hitting those shots with Deagle, and then I think it was dupree who flanked from middle to get that kill on the second to last guy, making it a 1-on-2 for Neo. And yet again, Neo in a 1-on-2, which unfortunately is not able to clutch.
Yeah, he looked like he was in a pretty strong position. Dodged the flashbang from the CT player, took him down towards B storage there, but Xyp9x just dropping down. This is the first frag that opened up the round for him. Just have enough vision over that smoke there. Took down the low HP player after that. And, that's going to be the kill there. And then the big kill coming at the end in the 1-on-1 situation. I guess TSM right back into this. But VP obviously not losing that many frags early on. Will be having a full by themselves and the AWP on the way.
As nades rain in toward Checker, there's no one on the receiving end. There is dupree toward the generator, and that will have a lot of pressure, and pressure that is applied quite correctly by Taz, taking down dupree. 4 snacks fell to Karrigan, and CajunBeast made his way through the vents, but well played by Neo to stand in wait. 2 players underneath of Hell. Bomb now just making it across in the hands of Bialy. He'll go for this plant, but with Device finding 2 and coming in from the vents, they've now got a pinch position. Still 2 versus 2, but that's erased. A very low HP Taz falls to Xyp9x, and Bialy has to clutch this. Bomb ticking. He's got the space, but he's going to get forced out by the fire, and unfortunately too much damage to overcome and compensate against Device.
So another huge round for TSM there. Came down to another 1-on-1 situation, but Device does pull through, picks up the AWP as well. And the VP do get the bomb down, so this is where it could be dangerous territory for them. I think they will be able to justify something here. You can see it's about $3,500 is what I was afraid of, because you know they're going to buy whatever happens. So this could be the round where TSM really do pick up some momentum here. Here comes the force by the scout coming out on Neo as well. Definitely around, they have the capability of winning, but look at the grenades they have available. 2 flashbangs. So what can you really do with this round? You definitely need picks. You're going to get locked out pretty early on by smoke grenades, and then you've got a scout to work most of the areas for you. That scout will be boosted up, and that's Karrigan locking it down. Makes the first frag there, and the CTs are going to be aware now as to what to be presented to them.
It's going to be very hard for VP right now. They have nothing to work with in terms of nades. You do need a couple of smokes at least here on this map to be able to enter a bomb site.
Yeah, because you try to go into A, right? You can't isolate you can't have eyes on every single area. The CT's going to be hiding for you. So this is a really weird buy from VP, and not one I'm a fan of, I'll be honest. But Taz has got some control of middle now. He gets up.
Only opportunity Virtus.pro could have here is if they manage to get aim duels right off the bat and take 2 or 3 of them. But if that doesn't happen, if TSM plays its sights, then there's really nothing going on for Virtus right now.
This is it. Look at Karrigan. He's falling back. He's got that pick in middle. He's fall back to quad. He's got complete vision on highway now. And with no grenades or anything to lock him down, he's going to get kills there all day long. So VP need to decide what they're doing. Is B is definitely the most favorable area, but this could be the first pick now as Karrigan is getting ready for that face.
Bomb's dropped on top of Hut. That's a huge problem now. As Karrigan will hit that shot, like you said, lags up the second. Bialy left on 5 HP, but not ideal. Pasha gets back in position to recover the bomb. dupreeh not in a position to peek toward Checker, but Karrigan most certainly is. So 2 downed by Karrigan and 1 severely injured. I wonder if he looted any tactical kits, because right now he's still bleeding out.
I just wonder if there was any miscommunication from Virtus.pro with the buy there, because I think
so.
obviously someone had to buy a Tech 9 and just buy full nades instead of an AK and an armor.
Well, surely a Galil, and that's if you're going to force buy, get Galil, so you at least
yeah.
have something to play with in terms of that. Like, if you're going to go all in, the AKs and a scout, well, I don't really see what the plan is there. Cash is such a tactical map. Sure, you can boost up and go for the first frag, but you know that the AWP's been picked up, and that's exactly what happened. Snack got shot out of the round pretty much straight away. And, yeah, that's why I was scared when I saw that money on top of VP. And are they doing? They're doing it again, okay? So, investing heavily into this round, I would say it would be justified, but they haven't left any money for the next round. So,
it was because Bialy with the AK and armor had $0, so they had to go for this.
Dupree's found his way to checker. And how does that aggression get applied right now from VP? They've got that gun in the hands of Bialy. He's working with his teammates toward beat. But he's lost a lot of HP already, 41 in fact. And by the way, considering he has the AK, he's the only one without head armor.
And actually is a factor against the CTM4s, but here comes FTLB.
They go, and down they fall, or do they? Pasha, or rather, excuse me, Snacks and Taz managing to pick up kills as Bialy goes down. Pasha's in below the vents, flashed out, well placed by Device, but Pasha was ready for it and already shot in the position he anticipated his enemy to fall into, but not enough to take him down. Neo, the last that's alive, with good health at least, has to take this fight now against Device, but as he falls, his teammates surely to follow the same fate. It's poor lonely Taz in the back of the site. Forced one way and caught when he arrives in Device's crosshair.
Looked like a promising round. The entrance kills were made by the Tech-9s getting in there. Got the bomb down again, so actually after losing 3 in a row, they probably will go into the next round with a decent bed. It won't be a full buy again, but at least they'll be able to justify the AKs and armor release. You can see 3 players won't have any utility to play with at all. That's going to be Pasha, Neo and Bialy. 2 players will get something and have the smoke grenades and a couple of Molotovs, I presume. But again, this is getting pretty dangerous for VP. They need to try and get one of these rounds locked in. I'd assume something maybe a bit faster and simpler would be good for them. Simple smoke onto A, burst out together as a 5-man could be viable, but 2-1-2 setup being employed now. Snacks with the bomb in the middle.
Bringing that bomb back over toward the A side. It's a 2-1-2 split right now from TSM with Kerrigan holding middle, and that's going to change as I mentioned it because Cajun B, he's going to run all the way back over to the truck side, give a little bit more support onto A. A lot of faith in Dupree right now to hold this B site all by his lonesome, and he's deployed his last smoke grenade. Once Cage and B gets over to A and realizes there's no pressure, no presence, he goes back to help. It's Kerrigan who gets under fire first. Doesn't take too much damage, down to 25, but where he's forced out of his position, look at how much map control VP will get just from that alone, and not to mention Pasha has already made his way inside the checker room at B, so his options right now, and especially if Pasha finds that kill, they could actually try and work it through vents. Instead, they've got the bomb on Taz, so they're going to try and pull these rotations right now from TSM, but I dare say that Kerrigan and Device, pushed as they are inside lockers, heard the running footsteps from Bialy and Taz, so Device is still in good position. It's just him remaining, but he's got it lined up and he's got the bomb down, and that's a bit of a blunder. They did not anticipate him to be there. However, as he reloads, Snacks is able to punish him.
Yeah, it's a nice individual performance from Pasha there. Getting through to the checkers room undetected, finds 2 CT players, capitalizes on that, and like we said, pulls the CTs away from A, allowing the Ts to kind of backstab there from squeaky door, opening up the bomb side. Device did make it interesting towards the end, but these are the 2 kills that mattered. That opening from Pasha is so important and actually just won them the round. There's 2 kills, and what can the CTs really do in that situation? They've lost so much information. Pasha makes it through as well. Here we go then. The answer is back, and this is a make or break for TSM. They will be knocked onto an eco if they lose this round, so VP approaching this one very carefully.
And they need to. Cleaning up the last round definitely helped, but it doesn't give the economy in their favor. This round, though, is very indicative of who will be forced onto pistols next, so it could be a very important turning point for VP to claw into the lead on a crucial T side. Damage now gets significant. I was about to say you could argue the 40 on Device is not so bad, but the 22 left on Dupree might be. As Neo comes around the corner, they try and get highway control. They try and split onto A. That's shut down by Kerrigan, and they've got to slow it. But here comes the default smokes thrown out from long A. It'll give Pasha and Snacks tons of room to move as that late smoke on Highway gets them up to at least the ticket booth. And Kerrigan went to check middle, so they've crossed over. It's going to have to be this stack inside of A to be absolutely perfect. And Pasha finding device gives very little room to breathe for Zippix, not to mention Kerrigan's now dropped as well. He's stuck inside the site, surrounded by the terrorists, and can't even find one single kill. And poor old Dupree has realized the situation, and as mentioned, they're going to be saving next round.
That was actually really pretty from VP. That execution was perfect. Getting the mid control and getting the Highway positional advantage, and then that wall of smokes. We don't normally see that too often when you smoke off 3 in front of the CT spawn area, allowing you to take out the AWP player and make their way onto the bomb site. And the way the CT was set up, stacked in the site, that completely shut them down. It was really well executed from VP. And like I said, this is going to knock TSM onto an eco now. So definitely a good comeback from VP. That last force fire, and they got the AKs, no real utility play. And Pasha going big really has set them up now. They should be able to get a few rounds in a row. Look at the money for the CTs. 2 round average on the board. They did save an M4 by the looks of things, did they?
They did manage to keep one on
So
Dupree.
He got to save the M4. So if they are going to do anything, maybe boost him over, counter boost, trying to get 1 frag. Maybe go for a little flash push perhaps, but they haven't actually got any money to play with. Dupree will be heading towards the B site. Potentially going for that early pick. Pasha will be waiting for him.
Watch for Neo. Checking angles, but there's one, and it's the last one that'll check. That is going to be the threat, and the flash is perfect. Snacks will take down Kerrigan. Meanwhile, off screen, Dupree did pick up at least 1 kill on a lurk player at B. But VP, again, trying to utilize mid, and I have to say they've been fairly successful in doing so. And they'll continue that trend. They need to find a way, TSM, to hold that off, and the question is how. If they don't have the money to bring out the AWP on A to solo that and bring your support player down Highway to help Kerrigan, what's the alternative? You don't want to weaken B because, like Natsu said, so much harder to take, and there's been so many issues in giving it up. As we see here, that's the site that's under pressure, and the pressure is overwhelming. With just pistols remaining, unfortunately, TSM locked out of property and real estate they seem to rightfully think they own.
Yeah, well, Dupree managing to pick up 2 frags there. Did everything he could, but it wasn't enough, unfortunately, when you've only got 1 rifle there. They shut the rest of the players down pretty convincingly, and that's 5th on the board for VP now. You can see this Bialy pick here. I think it's 3 frags that round. Very convincing stuff from him. And yeah, like I said, VP taking the lead now and bouncing back. As we go into round number 10, the CTs have pulled into this, but now they are on the back foot in terms of the economy. Not going to have as much to play with as they did before. No incendiaries after either.
Neo looks to get over top of the drop. Throws the Molotov in the cubby to make sure no one's pushed up. And this is more what I was alluding to. They don't have the AWP on A, but they're going to put pressure on Zippix, excuse me. He is quite good at holding that A site, but it's Device that plays the swing. So now that Kerrigan has gone down, Device has to make a valuable decision. He elects to go to A. That's where most pressure is going to come. The alternative to this is, and they're doing it now, TSM, is boosting someone into vents, but it's a little bit late here. It will allow Device more confidence to stay inside that A site, knowing that they won't have Highway control so easily. And with Zippix and Device picking up a kill each, it actually does give TSM the advantage. Not to mention, Zippix now will take down Taz, leaving poor just Neo remaining, no utilities, crossing into an open site. It's a death trap.
Zippix picking up 2 vital frags out of the Famous, definitely up against the ropes. It's a difficult position to be in. So VP going for a pretty simple execute there. Fast smokes out the squeaky door, flashbangs following in, and stayed alive just long enough to find 2 frags, took down the bomb on the A site, and puts TSM back into a position at least they can fight the rounds. It's been difficult buying back into this with a lack of utility, but finally Kerrigan has got the AWP again. A lot of mid presence this time from the CT team.
Much more aggressive than what we've seen. Unfortunately, not going to pay off immediately as the Tech 9. Pasha doesn't stop. Going straight through Cajun B. Zippix will get back into Snacks, and the fire deployed does massive damage onto Pasha, as well as Dupree inside B. His headshot from Dupree follows that up, but as it's the M4, it won't be enough to kill. They need to watch out not to line up. Very nearly do. And Zippix will fall down. He was on something like 15 HP after that first exchange from one individual player. And Neo with 3 and Pasha with 9. It's a lot less than the 2 opponents they've got to face. Luckily, Neo's picked up that bomb with the Molotov on Heaven. If he acts quickly, he could get over toward the bomb site. I'm a little bit confused as to why he blows out that vent, because with low HP, that could have been a sound indicator to give Pasha a chance to win that exchange. second Molotov to still try and allow it through, but as mentioned, there's nothing to indicate when they push through that vent, and if they do, now they will. And Kerrigan coming in late, that nade, it will take down Pasha. They were just so low, there was really no chance, but a bomb plant coming in out of that's not too bad.
Yep, so Dupree holding that headshot area really nicely, actually, getting one clean kill, taking the bomb down, headshotting the other player, and we saw it getting a little bit crazy there. You saw them lining up, and it could have been a bit dangerous for Ali not managing to get the double spray down, but another round on the board for TSM, and it should force VP to the EK now, having a look at their money. You'd assume that was what was going to happen, but here comes a touchdown grenade. Takes down Pasha, and then that simple kill from Device to finish things off. So we can see VP now not investing everything into this, bit of a quasi-buy. Got the Tech 9, some armor, a couple of smokes to play with as well. Looks like they'll be heading towards the B side once again, maybe another fast play from them, waiting for the push, and then doing probably something very similar to their pistol.
Dupree in the corner. Will try and catch them off, but needs to be aware that when that smoke dissolves, he's in the open as he falls back, nearly caught by it, and picks up one. Luckily, Cajun B's made his way inside mid early, vent not broken. This time they will be able to use that to their advantage, VP. And Zipix managing to get into heaven will spot the cross, but the site's so far given up that they'll get in there quite easily to place that bomb down, and Cajun B unfortunately won't get through the vents quite so easily. Nade comes out from Kerrigan, swaps to the M4 to give himself a better chance. It does have a fully loaded magaziner, as it gives him the advantage coming through, excuse me, as Device finds Bialy. That's a great clutch, that's a great re-entrance, and Device just being passive and patient. Smoke ready just in case those flames did reach the feet of Kerrigan, but they get the defuse, and 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, so Dupree went for a very aggressive play there. Only managed to get one before he went down. Bomb goes down for VP, but like you said, decent retake from them. 2-on-1 clutch once again. A lot of these rounds have come down to these 1-on-X situations, but TSM have picked up that play in the last few. I mean, let's have a look at the scoreboard here. You can see Device leading the charge there. 13 kills with him. Pasha on the other side with 11. But now they come back with a full buy of their own. To be Pasha on the AWP now. He's got that great spawn for middle. Will he be able to do anything with it? The smoke just takes him out, makes him redundant quite early on.
Talk about timing. That smoke came in at the last second. Kerrigan, meanwhile, finding Neo on top of the boost. Means that the play that you were hyping up ends up going in reverse. And they try and go for that boost again, but there's something we haven't seen as commonly as we normally do on this map, is that Molotov invent force that player out. And I love, one of my favorite plays, in fact, on this map is when they use that Molotov combined with a player in Sunroom to catch the person who's dropping away.
Sure, so it's like the alley-oop.
Yeah, that's always clever to see. Look at Device. He's going to try and utilize this smoke to his own advantage. Do they check it? Do they hear him? Do they see him? That's the better question. Does he see them? Because so far he hasn't. He manages to pick up one. Bialy responding quite aptly and quickly. Zipix now needs to be aware that the smoke out does mean that they could potentially push onto Forklift side, but his team has since come over to give him the support required to hold on. Bomb drop down inside A main. They're just going to go without it. They want to see if they can at least get some frags and clear this situation in their favor. Unfortunately, it's not to be, and Pasha's left in the middle of the site. It's a matter of time, but Kerrigan up close wouldn't be able to do it. Cajun will be able to answer.
I think the big storyline right now is the TSM's managed to take a lot of the entry kills right now. On the later rounds towards B, they've been pushing a little bit of the B garage and Kerrigan getting some picks in middle. So that's pretty much been the big issue for Virtus.pro right now. They're always losing the first man, and it's always going to be that bit harder to make an attack.
Well, it looks like it's going to be yet another quasi-buy for VP. We go to round number 14, they'll be looking for the future here. TSM aware of this. Looks like a fast play from VP onto the A-bomb, so they straight in all 5 players.
All 5, but Zipix is waiting. Zipix with 1 runs out of ammunition. It allows Device to pick up 2, but he's met a similar problem. Unfortunately for VP, though, they gave him time to get a pistol out.
So it's all going to come down to this last round now. The difference between 9-6 and 10-5 can be make or break in this sort of situation. As maybe I remind you, at TSM, if they take this map, they take the series. This is a little replay now. Zipix been pretty strong this last couple of maps, actually stepping up quite a lot, has impressed me, but what's the final play? Kerrigan being the linchpin so far in middle. He's going to return there, smoking it off, and is watching for that boost once again. T-side though, taking it slower this time. Bomb setting up towards Squeaky. Looks like it's a standard 2-on-2 sort of setup, working out what's available to them. And Snack's now getting boosted up.
Device already checking out the information on A main as well. Means that they know they haven't put that much aggression toward it. Interesting to see if Dupree, with the smoke now deployed on B, will get boosted from Cajun, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So they'll have a solo mid. Team solo mid. How apt is that?
It's quite good.
Just Kerrigan. Although now, as I say it, they bring Zipix down. And Device is still playing forward in that A-main position. Kerrigan needing to hit this shot in middle again. It's been a problem when VP get it, but it's only happened a few times, as we can see by the score.
Yeah, again, they'll lose the first man, Virtus.pro.
Snacks with the op to try and clear, but Device no longer waiting in the doorway as he was. So we see a replay of that kill against Pasha. Caught out. Kerrigan, meanwhile, finding more. Bialy, the first response from VP. Through the door, it looked initially good as Xyp9x took the first shot, but he returned it perfectly as well. The line 2 indicated for poor old Bialy. Left to 2 members left. Has make it 1. It Snacks, and the bomb dropped. It's all going to go TSM's way. 10-5, Henry, you said that's a big difference.
I think so. I think after losing the pistol and getting 10 rounds of CT, considering the matchup we have here, that's a very nice scoreline for TSM. They're going to the next half very confident. We know the T-side pistol does favour the T slightly, so they're going to be feeling great here. They've got a big round of big better round to play with. How many rounds was that in a row? I think it was 6 in the end. They went in favour of TSM. They looked very strong there. VP force buying a lot of situations. They did manage to win one of those, but towards the end, felt like it was too far gone for them. And let's have a look at the TSM buy here. I'll try and predict what's going on. 1 Molotov and a smoke for Kerrigan. Looks like the rest of the guys. Actually, Xyp9x getting a smoke himself, but all 5 players looks like heading towards the middle area, apart from Cajun B actually, who changed it to the route. But a very similar tactic, I'd imagine, to what VP employed. Almost a mirror by the looks of things.
Well struck against Bialy. Down to just 9 HP, single digits. And they'll push further. TSM slowly creeping. Need to be aware of Pasha's position. So far, no one looking at him, and he picks up 2 right away. Potentially getting the 3rd, and it won't be him. It will be Snacks, who's inside the vents already in Virtus.pro. This looks good. Maybe not done just yet, though, as Device manages to get back in from middle. If he hits that shot on the 1 HP Bialy through the smoke, it could be even more problematic. Watch his return. We saw it just briefly, the X-ray, that there is a player in Neo still inside those vents. He's gone away from them, though. He wants to try and make sure that Device doesn't have an access route back toward A, and as a result, Taz hits that shot.
It is just weird how those positions just work over and over and over again. No matter how many times people have used them, it just keeps working. And Pasha taking 2 big kills, just basically stopping that attack single-handedly.
It's weird. No one even considered he may be there. Look, no one's even thinking about checking it. And once he gets 2 like that, that just completely stops the momentum with the push. And Neo bringing out the Bison, a weapon we haven't seen in a very long time. Heralded is the worst weapon in the game by some people, but let's see what it can do. No head armor to oppose him, so maybe he can actually clean up with this, but big nade there.
And that does massive damage to Xyp9x. Scout from Snacks, successful against Xyp9x to close that off, finish the kill, but the damage coming back now from TSM as Cajun B and Dupree will pick up 1 apiece. Dupree getting caught out, Cajun B not. He's still alive and doing well to pick up yet another kill. And he may look for more. Stuck in mid, finds it. That's a hat trick. It's down to the 1-on-1. The P90, though, at that range and that low HP for Cajun B, unfortunately, was never going to work out.
Well, this is where it gets interesting. So it's currently 2-0 to TSM. That's definitely an option to buy here. I know they've got a lot of rifles off the VP team there. And Bialy and Taz is considering what they're going to bring to the table. Snacks getting out the Nova. But of course, TSM fancy their chance of this one, and why not? Got so many kills, get the Galils out, Tech9 as well, a couple of smokes to play with as well. I'd assume they're going to do a simple A strategy here, just get 1 smoke down, flashes out, and that's a huge nade for them to take, but they're actually going to go for some more mid presence here. Device boosted up pretty early on. That Nova is waiting for them just below.
He's gone even further than just below. He's inside middle already. So we'll see if they can find a way to spot this up. So far, not going to do so, as Dupree will take down Snacks. Pasha's in the vents. Came from the mid side, so it's not blown out. Won't be as clearly indicated for anyone working into B. And Neo, meanwhile, with the M4. This early buy from TSM. The problem now is we said 10-5 might just be enough to get them ahead. They're throwing away the economy early if they can't close out this round. Only a man down. Still possible to do so. Defense has to spread themselves out a little bit, but TSM need to group and attack with coordination, and right now Xyp9x is just scouting out on A, while Dupree and Kerrigan will do the same on to B. Watch for Pasha's play to come into effect, because again, as mentioned, in those vents. Great swing position, and could, as we saw in the pistol round, catch them off. Again, support Dupree perfectly. Taz takes Xyp9x, And with no other presence, Neo's going to slowly realize this does mean that there's a potential B, but there it is. Pasha comes out undetected. It's down to Kerrigan to hit him. He has time to try and get this bomb in position, but Neo's already inside the vents, and he's going to be exposed to Neo based on where he's planning at 3 HP, and even if he wants to stick this for money, it's going to be so dire and grim. Nothing you can do in the post plant.
Yeah, that's all he wanted at the end there. He knew the round was completely lost for him. Get a bomb down, get the $800 for everyone on the team. But, yep, nice round from VP there. That's one of their losses. It can be very difficult for them. Getting the early pick as well. I actually think they went up 5-3, but nice round and a good recovery.
To be honest, when you're doing a buy like that, I feel like you should have a set strat you want to do on that one. Instead of going for the picks, it doesn't make sense to me at all. You should have like a a strat or something like that.
Just a simple play, just so you take the number advances in that situation. You know the guns may not be working in your favor, but if you can isolate one bomb site and at least have the 5-on-2 situation instead of trying to work picks and losing them one by one, that definitely would have made more sense. We had a force buy here from TSM. You get a bomb down, so they probably can justify this, but all going towards a B site now.
Pasha inside those vents doesn't see and hear Cajun B coming, so he's gone. Bialy's got to recover it. He manages to take down Cajun B, but that allows Device to push in so much more quickly. Snacks is going to come in the same position now in vents. Does massive damage, but Kerrigan, an excellent turnaround shot with the Tech 9, and TSM with the bomb down. Low HP, have got it into a 2-on-2. They're going to have to be crafty to make this work. The positions are interesting, far away from the bomb site, but Dupree caught from Checker. Means that Kerrigan needs to get back in time. He manages to do so, but the flashbang catches him, and Taz just be able to compose and keep the round in the favor.
Great example of Tech 9 and how scary it is, close range, getting those trades going in TSM's favor. Almost winning that first round.
I'm going to be curious to see, because they've got excellent money right now on TSM's side. Okay, they've already gone away from it. I thought they might go for a double-up setup here.
Well, getting so many kills. I can see this play from Kerrigan of being so low HP as well. I don't know how he got this kill back. Bang. Snacks is gone. I thought that was the round there and then, but they recovered it.
Neo's got a scout, by the way, just because of those kills in the economy on the CT side, so this may favor Device in that duel toward mid. Flames placed atop the boost. Snacks is the one that's now on top of the AC, so he makes that jump around the corner from the top of the garage. It's not common that we see this spot used and held from that position. Does end up taking down Device, who actually spotted him first, but perhaps surprised he was there, didn't react accordingly. Well done by Kerrigan now to get the response for TSM, because they desperately need this one. We've seen them lose 2 gun rounds already, and it would be yet another save. That 10-5 lead would be extinguished before they even get anything rolling on their terrorist side, as Pasha again leading the charge for Virtus.pro finds now Cajun B. He's a little bit behind for his team. Bialy going to get Dupree, so it's now favoring Virtus.pro with a 2-man advantage. He's very low on HP. If he could find him down to 6, it would be massive, but Snacks getting Kerrigan. This is going to go 10-10, and not only that, Virtus.pro on the CT side have a massive economic advantage.
It all came down to the picks. Once again, TSM trying to find their entrance into the round, but Snacks, that little boost into the AC unit, as you said, that was very clever play. We don't see that very often. It's a very difficult jump to actually get up to, and a big risk, because you could find yourself in a horrible situation if you fall off, but he got up there, found the first frag, and yeah, really opened up the round very nicely for VP. And this is why I'm saying, like, TSM probably want to execute some set pieces now. They are going to force, once again, not much to play with, just some smoke grenades, a couple of flashbangs, but all the same from them, it seems like. Not going to be doing anything straight away. And Neo going into the side with a scout there. Interesting he didn't upgrade, but he does fancy his chances with that one.
Pasha getting back toward mid through those vents, so VP utilizing that a lot more than what we saw from TSM. As Taz will pick up the kill on Kerrigan. Fix checks the cubby at exactly the wrong moment. As Pasha comes back down undetected, it's now up to Bialy to hold on to the site, and he does. VP finding all of the kills right now as TSM again dire and strapped for cash. It's going to be 11.
This would call for a timeout.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. That's 6 in a row now. 6-0 on the second half. TSM, like you said, Matt, throwing away that great advantage they had coming into this one. They're now behind by 1 round, and VP being on the arguably easier side now. TSM on a full eco, and they're going to get another one on the board. So I think a pause is probably a great idea. They need to work out what's not working for them. I think the pick mentality, going for those initial frags, really isn't working in their favor. They're not actually opening up the round at all. So Calling going back to basics perhaps would be the...
Yeah, I don't know whether they're not going for that flushing a guy from the vents with the Molotov mentality that they have, for example, when they were playing against NIP at the major, where they would just wait out a bit of the time, these Molotov vents, and they take over the vent room and work it from there. Kill a lot of aggression for B.
And Virtus.pro looking solid on the anti-eco as well, sweeping up whatever dirt TSM is throwing on the floor. So 12 guns to come back into the next round. Op already Cajun B. 62 device. What's he going to do? This could be it. Nope, not going to do it. Stick with the AK.
No, I haven't seen the AWP have too much impact for the T side so far. I'd probably suggest getting 5 rifles and just trying to get into a site, swarm it together. But we're going to now into 23 now. This is a full buy from TSM. Cajun B will be going straight to that B side to see if we can find anything in terms of the CT.
Very aggressive push again from Virtus.pro in middle. Flames in front. Snax is just going to go ahead. Doesn't care. Get on top of them, and it pays off. 2 kills and Pasha, the man who boosted him, finding the 3rd inside mid. Obliteration right now from VP. Where is TSM? Where have they gone?
I'm not sure wherever they've gone. I don't want to be there. Because that push from Snack to the top there is so brutal. Running for his own fire. Getting 2 frags. TSM weren't even expecting that. Almost a knife kill at the end. 13-10. And that's going to force, although the loss bonus is very much in the favor of TSM right now, I think that's 8-0 on the second half. They are looking like they're almost lost here. There's no reply whatsoever. Just do something basic. Just go towards A, drop some smokes, try and get the bomb down, isolate someone on the site, because this pick mentality they're working right now isn't doing anything for them. Cajun B this time, no AWP.
And I have to say Virtus.pro's aggression toward middle is massively different than that of TSM, but it's so good.
It's getting in their heads too. In TSM's head.
There's a smoke deployed now on the A main garage. Zipnik's going to try and use that to his advantage, push a little beyond the doorway.
Speaking of giving out a lot of entries, it's TSM's turn now to give out the first guy every single time.
Well, it's a game of CT halves at this point. TSM does get the response on Pasha. That could be crucial, but look where Neo's placed with this AWP on the A site. Snax, Taz are, interestingly enough, already rotated over, so 3 players on A, despite that they have an op to try and hold. Remember, if smokes come out correctly, that op is almost redundant in the back of that site, but they found yet another kill. And TSM lurking out in middle. Kerrigan, where's your eyes placed? Get your crosshair aimed in the right spot because it's 8 HP left for just Taz, and he still might make this work. Snax comes to bail him on the second, and it's down to Zipix. This is just insane that TSM has fallen this flat after a 10-5 half.
1 man remaining now. Zipex in the middle area, 30 seconds, no bomb. CTs are the ones to make a mistake here. They don't really need to do anything.
I would just like to see them go for an A set strat or something. Just
definitely.
a basic smoke, Molotov, splashing.
Just do something instead of getting picked every
going as a
single time.
unit. Try going as a unit, just as a big wave.
Bodies were dead in mid there as well.
9-0.
So even when TSM tried to get in there, the passive hold from VP works. And even with the lost round bonus, the gun's not really in favor right now. Tech 9, Galil, Tech 9, AK, Tech 9 against Op, AK 3 M4s. It will be saving to force overtime. It'll only take 5 rounds. It doesn't seem like that much in principle, but the way things are going, that's an infinite amount. And Virtus.pro getting aggressive again toward these B tunnels. Look for Pasha on top of the box. Has now realized that he's got company from either side. They're going to try and aim out at him, and he manages to get through that. They don't even answer, and Virtus.pro have absolutely obliterated them again. 3 kills come in that short span of time. TSM left with just Device and Kerrigan. Device has bomb, and Kerrigan's going back toward mid. He's down and out.
Snack's looking for the chance knife there, I think, but not going to happen. It's going to be 1 man remaining. It's going to be Device. And another brutal round there.
Look
TSM.
at how quickly VP, after getting the first pick, is able to take map control away. Before they even got that exchange down in the vents, they had people pushing through mid, getting into mid garage, and holding the terrorists where they were.
Well, map points now from VP, 10-0 on the second half of Cash. Unbelievable scenes. Really cool stuff from them. Great use of aggressive play, shutting down early picks. And I think this one is only going one way now. We've got the double AWP setup from VP. Snax joining the party with Neo. There it is. The final nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Destroyed.
Quite literally. And the op from KGB has really been ineffective in the second half.
Yeah, I don't see why he keeps buying it, to be honest. Or them to say that, of course,
okay.
it's a pick.
Exactly. Thanks, Cajun. You're helping out my case here, bud. And Molotov forced Taz out. Still a chance here, actually, as Zipix gets the shot on Neil. Maybe finally TSM getting some kills, but Snack still has the op at Sandbag. He's able to claw it back against Kerrigan. Bomb down now in mid. They've got to commit the push to go for it, and Snack's trying to flash himself into a better angle to find it. He's also got support, but KGB comes out, takes down the man with the AWP. And Bialy has to concede middle and bomb for recovery, but could still have a passive hold on the area. Smoke to deploy the own flames they placed. I think he's now going to get the read that, oh, well, I didn't think he did. I thought he would hear the vent go out. He doesn't, so I thought he would already be on the rotation toward B. Instead, he's going to play for the retake. Bialy's been another player tonight who's found his form a little bit again, consistency, but there it is, Cajun B. 11 rounds, that's the first after 10 on their T side.
Yeah, 10-1.
And after losing the 2 initial picks as well in a round that, well, I don't think anyone could have predicted that TSM still came back into that.
Absolutely. You can see these initial picks from Stacks. They actually got 3 kills that round. That's why I said I thought this was the final nail in the coffin. When you get 2 picks like at the start of the round, how you lose it is beyond me. But there we go. TSM holding on. They need to get 4 in a row now. They want to take this one to overtime. Actually have to some positional control in middle. Opening frag from Carrigan as well. That's going to take down Snacks, one of the key players from last round. 5-4 situation in their favor now.
Kerrigan looks around the corner. Flashes go just slightly deep. Deterred by that ticket booth, but Pasha's going to find Kerrigan no less. Now he's also got Dupree, and TSM now having an initial pick go not only 1 man, but 2 men down as Pasha continues on. Another hat trick of frags for him. As the bomb gets recovered by Device, and him and Zipix are going to have to be absolutely perfect. And Zipix is going to have problems because they're pushing aggressively toward him, and at 16 HP, will do nothing against Taz's M4. So Device needs to win with 4 frags. 2 already. Has bomb, has a smoke out on the CT connector, and has a little bit of time and space to put this down. He plants in the open. Is he going to try and push through his own smoke? It may work out. He's going to hear them running toward heaven, but is this going to actually benefit him? Because they're both inside the site. Taz might be aware of this, but not yet spotting up exactly where Device is gone. I think now they'll be aware as the op turns to his direction. Device bringing it back. That's 3 out of 4. Bomb still planted. He just needs to bait out the time. And Taz tries to bait the fake. He knows that Device has to go for the peek, but it's well shoulder held by Device. He's keeping himself composed, and if he can do this, he might just buy himself some more time, and he has 4 kills for Device. And you couldn't ask for a clutch in a better moment.
Yeah, absolutely. What an amazing play from him. Finding that really crisp opening kill in CT spawn on the B side. Knew exactly what he had to do then as well. Plants in the open, pushes through his own smoke, and somehow pulls that clutch off. And amazing scenes there. Pasha actually getting a 3-man in middle. You thought, again, that was the end of it. This map is over. But somehow they cling on now. And this round, obviously huge. 3 more to go, though. TSM really are digging deep in the closing part of this game. Pasha takes down Device there in the B storage again. Opening frag going in their favor. Make it 2. Taz takes down Carrigan as well. 5-on-3 situation now. And with the Tech-9 and Galil on the hand to TSM, I really don't fancy their chances of more heroic action coming their way, but
Smoke again deployed on that front of garage. Anything's possible after what we saw in the last round. Let's not discount TSM as Snacks looks hesitant to push beyond middle. Dupree and Cajun B still going to walk in that big garage regardless, just to check every possibility, and Snacks has got himself underneath the drop. If they even look or consider mid, they might get spotted up, and Snacks is actually looking. We're watching over to Neo, who's putting himself in a very crafty and clever position. The action might just be unfolding on the other side of the map, and Neo uses that spot perfectly. Zipix with absolutely zero idea he's there. So it comes down now to Cajun B and Dupree, who did manage to evade Snacks' radar and find their way into at least the B tunnels, but Pasha's waiting on heaven. 13 HP. Chance to take him down with a great opening kill, but they're going to run. They're going to go 25 seconds, and Bialy hears them, but looks to one, and as he does, realizes Cajun B's made his entrance known, so they've got the kill, they've got the sight. They just need to hold off 4 players, and They did it with 1, just device last time. This time they have to do it with 2, and Pasha was waiting perfectly for that shot. It's all on Cajun B. 1 down, 3 to go. Similar situation. Can he match the task of his teammate? He will not. Neo's going to get it, and map 5 is on the way.
We knew it was coming. We said this series was going to go right down to the wire, and of course it has. VP with a stellar C3 half. They're going up 10-0 on the second half after losing 10-5 in the first half. You don't really see that kind of thing every day. So amazing from them to actually dig that deep and find the rounds. Some clever play from them at the end, big clutches, and trying to grasp what they had left, but it wasn't enough, unfortunately.
It's the weird lack of set plays towards A bomb site, in my opinion, really. Just TSM just tried to play a pick and play kind of a strategy. Just didn't fall in their favor at all. They were losing the entries all the time. It's not going to work that way.
Well, we aren't even going to diddle on with all the statistics. The teams want to get map 5 over with. We're going to jump to a break right away so we can bring you the action a lot quicker. We'll see you in just a moment for Mirage, map 5.